Value investing has never been easier with AI, and that is because back in the day you actually had to gather all of the data manually for every company that you wanted to analyze, and also build every single model from scratch so that you could perform this kind of analysis to be able to determine whether or not a stock is undervalued. But the beauty is that with AI you can use it to retrieve all of the data that you need for the companies that you're analyzing, as well as build the models automatically for you in the exact way that you want them, so that you can just focus on the analysis part and make the best possible value investment decisions. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that. Before we get into that, I wanna emphasize the most important concept, which is for value investing, your job is to figure out, okay, right now, this is the stock price that the stock is trading at, but the actual intrinsic value is this line right here that happens to be how the company's actual intrinsic price moves over time. And this is the stock price, which as we know can go up and down all the time, and find the ideal entry point to buy into a particular company. But the question becomes, how do you do that? And one of the tools that really comes handy is to understand the different types of valuation models. So you have the DCF model, which a lot of people talk about. You have the three-statement model. You have the comparable analysis model. And of course, there's all these different other models right here that you can access, but I'm really going to focus on the fundamentals and show you exactly how it is that you can leverage AI to build those models for you, apply your analysis on top of it so that you find the best possible entry points for your value investments. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to show you how to do is to build a powerful value investment model that you can start using to analyze companies' valuation right away. So for this, I'm going to just create a new spreadsheet right here, and I recommend that you use the Wisesheets add-on that works on Excel and Google Sheets. You can use some of the other AI tools out there to build your models, but I'm going to show you one of the key differences that I really like about this. So first, we're going to build a DCF Warren Buffett style for Apple stock in one tab that looks very professional, let's say. And what the AI model is going to do is going to analyze your prompt in detail, and then it's going to create a plan that is going to execute across your spreadsheet. So right now it's generating the instructions, it's thinking what's the best way to present this information and what data is needed for this model to be powered through. And what's going to happen is that after this is going to execute the plan step by step, so you can see exactly right here what the AI is doing, and then you can also see it right here on the spreadsheet. So this is really cool because at any moment, if you don't like what you're seeing, you can just cancel it, stop it, ask it to make any modifications that you want. But as you can see, step by step is gathering all the information. And the beauty of this, and this is what I mean when it comes to using this method as opposed to Claude. So first, Wisesheets is very, very affordable. But the second part is that for this, it gets the data dynamically through these formulas that Wisesheets utilizes, so that your data is always up to date. With other AI models, you get data and then that data becomes stale real quick. But as you can see, for this, you're going to get the data dynamically. And I'm going to show you later, once the model is finished, how it is that you can leverage this so that you always have the latest information and the latest data available for your value investment decisions. So as you can see, the model is now finished. And now let me show you the beauty of this. You can just simply change the company ticker. And because, like I said, this uses different formulas to be able to retrieve all this data. So for example, as you can see, this is the formula right here for the net income. So you never get any hallucinated numbers right here. And because the data is dynamic, everything automatically updates for you. So I'm just going to bring it back to Apple. As you can see, all of the data will automatically update before you bid. The beauty of this is that first, obviously now you have a model that you can start working with. You can modify any way that you want, and you can also start to do more analysis. So for example, let's say, well, I could say first finish the sensitivity table right here, which it didn't finish, but that's okay. We can just tell it to do that, or we can just say add a comps section to this model. So now I can just click on this, and again, it's going to go through the same process, and it's going to be adding the comps section. So that way I can not only analyze the intrinsic value of this particular company, but also see how it compares to other similar companies. So as you can see now here, it's putting this together. It's also finding which companies are the ones that really make sense to have as peers or comparables. And then it's giving you all of the data that you need for your analysis right here. So as you can see, this is all formula based. So it's doing it all based on this formula right here for the ticker selected. So again, if you change the tickers, if you want to make any modifications, your data becomes automatically updated. And then right here on Wisesheets, you can click on refresh the data right here. So you always have the latest information. And the cool thing here is I didn't even ask it for this, but now it's also calculating the group statistics so that you can see what's the median, the mean, the min, and the max for these different variables and key metrics right here. As you can see, handle all the formatting. So this makes it very easy for you to perform value investing type of analysis. And what this does is it now brings more emphasis to the assumptions. That's what really matters. So for example, right here on this model, this is where your ability to analyze companies properly really comes into place, because these assumptions right here, these numbers that you're using right here, it's really what is going to make a difference in terms of the valuation and the result that you get for your model. So I highly recommend that you bring a lot of attention to these numbers, and they don't have to be perfect numbers. As Warren Buffett says, it's better to be approximately right than precisely wrong, but they do have to be very well thought out numbers, because as you can see, anybody can now create these models. Anybody can use the proper models with the proper formulas, with the proper way to value companies. But really what matters now is having the right assumptions, doing the right kind of analysis, putting it all together, and then using that information to make a good value investment decision. To finish off, I'll show you one more kind of analysis that I really like, and that is the fact that you can also perform other kinds of comps or models that are not very typical. So for example, we can say in another tab, make a one-page Peter Lynch stock screener with list of stocks. And this is pretty cool, because then you can also start analyzing companies and stocks like many other famous value investors. So of course we did the example of Warren Buffett, but now we're also going to be looking at doing this Peter Lynch style. So what it's going to do is it's going to go look through its database, see who Peter Lynch is, see what his investment methodology is, and bring that all together to create a model that you can use to screen for stocks and to do more analysis based on this information. So as you can see, this is the investment criteria that Peter Lynch recommends. So we have the different criteria here that you can navigate. And then what it's doing is just getting a list of stocks that, like I say, you can just expand way further. It's getting the list of metrics that it needs to be able to see if this company's pass or fail based on this particular criteria. And as you can see now, the model is finished. And the beauty of this is that it even created a summary statistics section where Google is one of the top rated stocks, which by the way, I don't think is a bad idea right now to look into Google stock for various reasons, but that's for another video. And as you can see, it created these different ratings right here, but these ratings, they're not just BS ratings. They're all based on this elaborate formulas that it used to get this information. And then likewise for these formulas right here, likewise for this. And as you can see, it's doing it all based on these metrics right here. And all of the information is completely dynamic. So let's say we want to get rid of Home Depot and we want to do Walmart. We just simply change the ticker, everything automatically updates, and then you can see whether it's a pass or fail. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comments what video you would like me to do next.